Hello everyone, welcome to part 103 of beta testing for Football Tactics in Glory World. So since the last video, the developers have updated the game to change the scouting system. So the way this works is that whenever you get any set of new players, so that could be if you buy them, or you get somebody from the academy, or if you change the team, then all these new players, you do not know the full stats, their actual stats. You only know an estimated stats, just like with any players from other teams. And I can actually show this in this campaign now, because if we go to the team schedule here, you can see I've got two players. I've got Griffiths, which has got 0%. Everybody else is 100%. I know them 100%. Griffiths, who I bought recently, is 0%. And also another player that's 0% is Fox. So I don't know what these full stats are. And as I play the game, as I play them in a match, these stats go up until they reach 100. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. Now, another player who came in during the season was Cassidy. And it's interesting that he is 100%, although I've never actually played him in a match. I don't know if that's because he just gets if just simply being in the subs has actually had an impact on that. I'm actually not sure how it works. So what I'm going to do, I've only got two players here. I might actually buy another player just to try something as well. So if I go into the transfer list, and I'm just going to buy somebody quite cheap. It might be quite useful, you know, not too expensive. We've got 729,000, so we can afford to do this. Let's buy somebody who could be useful, but it's quite cheap. So let's buy, for example, Thuffer. So he's a defender. He can just be a reserve for us. He's 37,000. I could take Percy, but I've got enough players like that, to be honest. Still want to play as if I could take McBean. No, but he's weak scouts. Well, actually, it won't make any difference, because once I buy him, then hopefully I should be able to see. And that's actually an interesting experiment as well. So I will buy McBean, because I want to see if I get a scouting percentage come up. So let's have a look. Buy McBean. So let's go and see how he appears in my list. So McBean, yeah. So now, although I can't see the stat, I could, because he's too high a level for me to see the stats with my scouting, but he's in the transfer list. I now can see it. So that's 0%. But it's going to be interesting. So I want to see. So I've got three players here. I've got one in the reserves, one in substitutes, and one in and one in the first team. So I do actually just want to play a match and see how that plays out. The other thing I'm not sure is if putting them on the watch list will have an impact. And in fact, I should really be using the watch list a lot better, because all these guys, you can see the scoutings going ahead for some of them. So I should really be putting these guys on the watch list. So profile, add to watch list, because if I put them on the watch list, then the scouting supposedly goes faster. So profile, add to watch list. The only disadvantage here is that this is a wee bit, I suppose, tedious to have to do this for every single player if you want to keep track of everybody. But it's the way the system works at the moment. And the watch list is actually quite useful for a change. So profile, add to watch list. Oops. Oh, so I've got the maximum number of players on the watch list. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go and have a look at the watch list then. So go to transfer, watch list. Yeah, so anybody's 100%, I don't need it anywhere. Okay. 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 I think what would be useful actually here is that if we have a button that just says remove all 100%, that would be useful. In saying that, there's maybe going to be some 100% you actually want on the watch list because you're thinking of buying them. In my case, that's not actually true, so they can all disappear. Move. I don't know. Yes, I do want to move. I'm clicking no, I should be clicking yes. So, I mean, that's a bit of a tricky. So maybe, ideally, you'd have checkboxes saying, do you want to remove them? You just check them all. And the same goes for the transfers. It would be nice to have a checkbox, and you just say put on watch list, and you can just go tick 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 tick, and then just say yes and confirm it. I don't know if that's possible, but I think that would be a nice addition if that could be done for both the transfer list and the watch list itself. But that's just an idea. I don't know if that's possible or not. Just to make it a wee bit more quicker to use. Now, I'm not going to do anything more with transfers, and because in this campaign, glory is actually very important. It costs glory to buy anybody from outside the regular transfer list, and I'm trying to achieve this objective. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the next game, and the most thing I'm interested in is to see how these players work out. So let's have a look here. So have you got? The trouble is Andreas is still. He'll be back in 20 days. I suppose it's not so bad. So who's our best player? Hurley. Put Barkley here. McNeil. Divers is our best player by far. He can go. Well, yeah, he can. No, actually, he can go here. He can go here. Sexton. Sexton, I think, is going to. Well, actually, I'll change him to. I'm playing his on an LM now because that's really what he is. He's much better as an LM than a DM. What about these guys? Has he got any long passers? No, they don't. So I don't really need to worry about them hitting over the top. I am tempted to play deep though to try and get some of these guys. I'm going to put Vans in here. So one way to get a super trained is to just play everybody deep. That means they'll all pick up super points, and eventually one of them will become a super. Simple as that. I'd like to have he's quite kind of protected if I use the LD here. Do I need to use an LD here? Or I could have that. I might do an RD here actually. I'm actually going to put Gimli on instead of Sexton. Is there anybody in here that's so brilliant I need to have them in? He's not bad actually, but I'm not going to be Lockhead. Forgot about Lockhead. He's really good as well. What's his potential skill actually? And in fact, what's his specialization? He's got quite good speaker points actually. So, yeah, I think I would want to put Lockhead in here. So which one's the weakest of these two? Wee Jimmy probably is the weakest. So he's a bit tired anyway. So take Wee Jimmy out. Put Lockhead in. I'll actually put him in the central position and put him on the flank there. So there we go. We're protecting Griffiths a wee bit. Anybody else who's desperately good? Wee Jimmy is fine. Everyone else is fine. So let's play this game and then see how these percentages change. So that's what I'm really interested in. And then I might try putting them on the watch list to see if that has any impact as well. But I'll try it without the watch list first. So who's at home? We are at home playing Lakeside. So let's get on with this match. See how it goes. We'll play in our away strip because their two strips are actually pretty similar. I could change it myself, I suppose, but at least the team you're playing has got to have a. So he goes to Hurley. Hurley. Just going to try position shot. Doesn't get there. Yeah, so Griffiths is. So Banner. Puts up to Franco. Franco goes to the ball. He's got level 3 Griffiths as well. He's got level 3 layoff, which is pretty good actually for an, you know. Well, no, I was going to say you forget him not even in the amateur team. He's got 9 control. He's got 13 control. So we'll just put it up to Divers. And Divers is actually going to run into space like that. Come and get me. Kerr, he's got slide tackle. Does he succeed? He does. What's he going to do? He's going to pass to Vilnius, who's got quite good accuracy. Lockhead blocks, that's good. He's done his job. So pass to Gage. Gage will put it out to Gimli. So should I try a long? I could do that, or I could do that. I think he'll do that. It works. He gets a long pass into the box. Barkley's in on goal. Trouble is, he's got rainbow. He's got Olympic kick, but I don't think that's going to succeed at level 1 and skill level 4 against a skill level 6 goalkeeper. So I can either go. So I think actually position shot's the best option, and it's the right option. Barkley scores. And the crowd go mad. The crowd are delighted. McIntosh comes out to the wing, shoots. Yep. So we're on our last pass to McNeil. Now I can either pass to him and then try a shot, or I could try that. That doesn't look very likely. I may as well just do the speculative shot and goal. Doesn't look very likely, but let's have a go anyway. So we've gone to the break 1-0 up, that's quite good. Divers is looking a bit tired actually. No, I'm not going to bring in Fox on because I want to see what they are like. I could bring on. Actually, the best thing to do is do this. Put him over here. Divers. Have any of them got RM? Not only Roman, but not that much. So I don't really want to play 2 LMs up there. That's going to be over the top. We'll put Roman in because he's got some RM. Actually, I could have even played another LD, just showed up the defence. But anyway, it is what it is. So let's just start the second half. So Franco passes to McIntosh. Look at him, he's motivated. He got 72 actually. So if he gets a good roll, he could score. No. But Lockhead gets in the way again. So Lockhead he'll pass out to Rambajan, he'll pass it to Roman, and Roman, what's his defence like? Roman's just going to do a speculative pass, which actually almost succeeds because he got challenged in the air. So McCall's picking it up now. Long pass. They've actually got some good skills, these guys. But our defence is holding up pretty well up to now. So he's going to try and tackle. He succeeds. Well done, Gage. That's good. He's going to pass to Roman. And Roman's just going to try a speculative long pass, and it goes out for play, and that's fine. That's good. This resets everything and makes him start from the back again. But he's got a long pass here, so and he's got 56, which is not bad accuracy. He could do some damage here, but Gage gets in the way. So Gage may as well try and tackle here. Doesn't succeed. That's a shame. McNeil will come back and he'll automatically press, and I'll bring Hurley back. So that'll stop him moving. Although he's decided to go back the way, which is a bit of a strange decision, but anyway. He then tries a rainbow, a layoff pass, which fails to get past Gimli, but he then manages to tackle Gimli. Now we're at 90 minutes, 3 actions left. I can win this game without doing anything, so I'm just going to move Roman back and forward. You can get some RM points, and you win the game 1-0. That's a good result. So that's him. He goes up. Barkley's getting close to upgrading. He's also quite close to the ALF points as well. I'm not sure if it'd be worthwhile. It depends on his control. I don't think he's got great control, but we can have a look. But ALF is not a terrible idea, but it means I can always put him out on that wing if it looks propitious to do so. And we got Gage here. He's a team of the round. That's good. So we've got Costa. I was now cost 15. But I do quite like to take players like this. In this case, I don't think I will actually, because I've got midfielders. I don't really need a guy like this. Skill layoff pass is actually pretty nice, I've got to admit. I mean, that's the only thing that kind of encourages me to take him for 15 glory. I would like to save my glory, but then again, if I do well, I might. I'm going to take him. I've changed my mind. So let's go and see how that's changed. So he's got up to 16%. He's still 0. And he's still 0. And Costa still leads us. Now, my feeling on this is that shouldn't be 0, because if you think about, he's joined our team, and okay, he's not playing in a real match, he's not actually had any game time, but he will still be involved in the training, and so I think that should be going up. Even so, I actually think you should get a maximum for being in the first team. So whatever it is, it's maximum for being in the first team. Then you should get a lower level for being in the subs, because you can assume that the subs will get a slightly higher level of game time and training, and then the reserves will get a lesser percentage, but they will still be playing. They'll be playing in reserve matches or whatever. Whatever they do. These clubs will have reserve matches that are just outside the game. So I think all of them should always be going up under any circumstances, because they're all going to be playing in some way and being monitored by coaching staff and so on. So I actually think they should all be going up, not just the ones playing in games. But I do accept that the ones playing games should go up at a higher level. And I would also question whether this, I think, depends on scouting, but you could argue that coaching level should also play a part here, possibly more so. Because in the end, it's not the scouts who are watching your players, it's your coaches. So perhaps your coaches should be the ones that affect how this goes up, because in the end, they're the ones monitoring them. So for instance, maybe it should be the defensive coach for defenders. And the reason why that's a good idea is because you've got to want to have reasons to encourage them beyond just the experience. And if you think about it, you've got your scouts help with knowing players that are not in your team, but it would make sense that coaches here would help in knowing what players are in your who are actually in your team, because they're the ones watching your players after all, aren't they? So, in my opinion, maybe it shouldn't be. You're not really scouting your own players. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It would be better. You're actually coaches are the ones who are actually watching your players. So maybe it should really be coaches. Maybe it should depend on the level of the individual thing, and that would be good, because that gives the player a motivation to actually invest in these beyond just the experience. So rather than having, because at the moment, if it's only scouting that matters, everybody's going to say, well, I should just put everything into scouting so I can know what the players are earlier that come into my team. But that doesn't make a lot of sense when you think about it in real life. But anyway, that's just an opinion I've given. Um, I'm not actually sure exactly how the system works. I understand it's based on their scouting level, but I don't know for sure. So I'm sure, once once the devs watch this and feedback, they will give me some give some feedback on how they think it should work, or maybe they'll have some explanations why they think the system they have got in place is the best one. And usually, they think about this game very hard, and and even just making sure the mechanics work and stuff like that. What I've suggested, for whatever reason, may not be the optimal or the best way to do things. Um, so, and again, talking about coaches, uh, I would say that also for the youth players, your youth coaches should have an impact. So if you've got a youth player and you've got a youth coach, that should also impact on how quickly you know about a youth player as well. So that's basically my summary there on this particular process. I think it's interesting, and I think it's a good summary. I think it's a good system, but I think it needs to be tweaked and thought about more to make sure that it makes sense in real life, and also that it kind of just doesn't feel like a nerf for the player, that it's just there to make things harder. There's got to be a real life reason, and the reasoning is good. Or you get a new player and you're not necessarily going to know exactly how well they're doing. But frankly as well, I would say that perhaps this level of your youth academy should also give you a good idea what when a new youth player comes in, what level they're going to be. If your youth academy is really high, then perhaps they maybe for each star it goes up by 10% or something like that. So maybe if you have a youth academy of 5 stars, you get 50% knowledge of the player, rather than if you've got half a star you only get, say, 5% or something like that. That's just a possibility too, because I think in the end you've got the youth player's been playing for some time, so you've got a fair idea how good they are, although you can also argue that because they haven't played competitive matches in the real league, you don't really understand. A youth player could look really good in he could look really good against other youths, for example, and in other youth matches. But then when he comes up against big players, he's failing. He's either better or worse than he actually is, for whatever reason. Maybe he's more motivated when he plays a bit, the senior players, and thus plays better. Or maybe he's just not strong enough, or doesn't have the commitment when he's playing the senior players, and so isn't as good as he actually seems to be. So it could work both ways, But anyway, these are some observations on it, and I'll hopefully the devs will watch this video. I'm sure they will. They have been watching my videos, as far as I'm aware, and commented on them in cases. So we'll see what they say to this. So that's that. Let's move on to the next game. And we got Ashby. Oh, he's got good accuracy. Not going to blow all my glory in these guys, but yeah, why not? Let's take him. Okay. So the other thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to put all these guys here. So I know he's 16%, and I'm going to go and put him on the. I see that now. So this is interesting. What I was going to do is if I could, I was going to put him on the watch list, but I can't put him on the watch list because he's my own player. So I was just wondering if putting him on the watch list would make any difference, but it doesn't. So okay, so it doesn't matter. But I wonder if like Ashley, if I go to profile, can I put him on the watch list? No, I can't. So that's quite interesting. Is you can't put any player that that's even the ones you're loaning can't be put on the watch list. Seems a bit odd because in the end they're not actually your player and they're going to leave unless you buy them, of course. You always get an option to buy them. But most of the time in this case, I'm not actually able to buy them. Anyway, he's quite good because he's a right midfielder, right forward. I mean, and I'm kind of missing that. Right, so let's go into the next game. We'll just do one more game quickly, and then we'll call it a day for today. So, what are these guys doing? They've got Ashley, he's got 20. That's not great control, though. Just say Barclays, he got good control. Not really. 22. Not comparing. You've got defenders who've got 66 defense. It's but it would knock him out though, so it's not a total waste of time. I'm tempted to put Hurley in the wing though, like this, and then maybe play Ashley on the side. The reason I put him on the wing is because if you put him in his SCF position, he'll actually wander in, and it makes it harder for lower level players to pass to him. So I kind of think, well, maybe it's best not to put him there. Okay, so put that there, Sand. We'll put Barkley back in for Xander. Drax. We'll put McBean in as well in here. Acosta will leave where he is because he's not really my best player by any means. I think everybody. Oh, Jimmy could probably come in for somebody. He can come in for. Don't really need two LMs, do I? What's Sexton? What's he? He's a DM. Of course, that's a DM who's not very good. So we'll put in Acosta actually. Fox can stay where he is. That looks alright. I should probably sell a couple of these guys. Maybe I should really play them. To be honest, because maybe I should. It's a bit lopsided, but maybe I should be trying to play some of these guys so I can sell them. Because they're not, especially somebody like Roman. I'm probably going to sell a couple of these, but we'll see. I don't have to sell anybody. I've got 736,000. So, I'll leave it as it is. And we'll leave it like that. I could actually another way I could do is I could put him up here, and we'll take McNeil out, and we'll put wee Jimmy into the CD position, and we'll play kind of like that. And we don't really need what's he like? 47, 42. Yeah. Actually, this is the weaker side, so we'll play it like that. Okay, let's get on with it then. See what we do. We're playing Dingley Hall. Let's get going. So they're playing. With this time we can play in our home strip because they're home strip is right. Zim. Pass to wee Jimmy. Wee Jimmy goes up to Divers. He's got 28. He's got 16. And wee Divers will just pass to Ashley. He gets first touch of the ball in this team, and he loses the ball. Yeah, unfortunately his control's not brilliant by any means. Gage. That's not looking very good, is it? We'll try to get it to Hurley. It doesn't. He's got a outside chance of getting this ball. He doesn't though. And I'll move Ashley out to his his favourite area of the pitch. Goes to Gage, Zim, he's going to try and shoot again, but Griffiths holds firm. And Bajan will come back. You pass to Gage again, and Gage is just going to try a long pass, goes into space. Syme goes to Sully, I wonder what he's going to do. Tries to pass it through Gage but fails, but now he's motivated. Is he going to try and tackle? Oh no, it's our ball. Not much we can do here, to be honest. He's got so poor passing. So he'll just try. Oh, that's actually quite a good ball. It doesn't get to Harley, but it goes into space and allows him to actually run onto it and shoot. In some ways, that's an even better ball than going direct to the player. That was a good chance to score, but doesn't manage it. Right, so Hurley is here. What we're going to do, we can either try and break in. Now, if he does succeed, his accuracy is not bad, or looks to be not bad, so he probably have a good chance. What's the 66? I'm going to just try and break in, actually. So let's just do that. So does he get? Oh, he does actually break in, but he gets tackled. He had actually a good chance of getting past this guy, but unfortunately. So I'm going to actually move him here, so he'll have a straight shot and goal, because actually the sweeper's knocked out of position now, so if I can get the ball to him, even getting the ball to him, it would... so he's going to come up here, so what's his... well, he doesn't want to be there because he seems to have... what's it called? Nutmeg. So if I leave him here, even if he's pressing him, he can actually move all the way right past him potentially. So you don't want to have that. So he could try and tackle him, but he's got quite good control. So I'm going to actually move back over here, and then I'm going to press, because you can't use this diagonally. You can't use nutmeg diagonally. So he's immobile now, but he can pass. Just to Zim. He's got a reasonable chance of getting a good shot in, but the goalkeeper saves. So Kyle saves. So we have to pass out to wee Jimmy. Wee Jimmy to Divers. And Divers, I'll just do a long pass up here, which actually succeeds, but he's got 6 control now because... oh, even with only 6 control, he actually managed to retain the ball. Now he's back up to 16. Simon's got... he's not... oh, he's stopping us moving, and then he's doing... oh well. However, that's not great for them because he's only got 5 control. He's got a good chance of tackling him here, and he does. Now, because he's a DF, I can just move right into the box, and we've actually got a chance, a straight shot on goal. He's going to take it, and he scores a goal. We're in the lead. That's good. Let's see what. Let's tighten up our defence a wee bit. Let's put Daniels on here. Everyone else is looking quite good though. Divers, I'd be tempted to take someone else. Let's put Acosta on because he seems to have slightly better defence. So we've made a few changes there. Let's see if we can hold on to this win. We've been doing pretty well in the last couple of games. Yeah, good man. Lockhead blocks it. And we win that game as well, so that's a good... Cassidy, he goes up a level. And so does Divers, actually goes up a level. So he's up to 67 passing, that's good. That's always good. And he goes up 2 passing and 1 defence. Fair enough, that's progress I suppose. Barkley, he goes passing, defence, control, all relatively useful. To be honest, all these skills are useful for forwards. Unlike other positions, all of them do have a use. So Gage did well, got 25 SP. And there we go. We got match and goals, that's good. So we actually won the last 2 matches, doing pretty well. And we're actually 4th in the league now. It's probably way higher than I'd actually really want to be, because I'm not sure what will happen next season if they're going to adjust the goals. That's why I'm waiting to see if they're going to adjust the goals. There's even an outside chance of promotion, although I don't think we'll get there, because I think Craig Weir will get enough points to keep above us, even if we win every game. And we're 9 points behind them with 6 games to go. I suspect Craig Weir will pick up enough points just to keep above us. So it's unlikely we win every single game anyway. So I don't think we're getting promoted, which is probably a good thing. And I also just I'm going to wind on, and we're almost come to the end of the transfer window. Let's have a look at this. They want to play Daniels. I'll think about that one. Although we got huge amounts of money. So we'll look at the table, that's fine. So we'll leave it there, and we'll carry on with oh yes, before I do that, I just wanted to quick look at that. So we're still on 45. See, it seems to be that it's going to be interesting to see how this actually works once we get into the new season. Because at the moment that started off as 70, and every time I do something that drops and that goes up. But I'm interested to see if these continue on into the next season or not, to make it easier for later seasons. But we'll see how that works. So anyway, that's to look at as things go on. But that's the end of the video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again.